Going on, everybody? It's Wednesday, June 15th, I believe. Kind of getting a late start to the week. This week's been really hectic, honestly. We have good news and kind of bad news, I guess, all at the same time. The good news is we did not blow our motor up Saturday night at Springfield, and I don't think we really lost oil pressure. We just had some bad fuel. We mixed up some fuel that's been sitting in the jug in the trailer for 2 weeks, week and a half. That's on us, and we poured it in. Didn't think nothing of it, and the car would not run at all in the feature. So I pulled off, and the oil pressure gauge said 40 pounds, and it wasn't running. So I just went ahead and pulled off, tried to save our stuff. And after I pulled in, car would not start at all. So we got to the shop the next day and started right up first crank, held 65 pounds of oil pressure. So I think we ordered a new oil pressure gauge. We're going to put new lines, new gauge, new lights in it. And we've been waiting on the gauge all week. And it just got here at like 3 o'clock this afternoon. I'm not driving this Friday night. Coy Flippin, one of my buddies, he's going to come over and wheel it for us this Friday night. We're taking Saturday off. We're not going to go anywhere Saturday. We're just going to go over to Flippin on Friday night. Hopefully he can do what I didn't get to do last time because the air breather come off in the middle of the race. The bad news is, forgot to say about that, the bad news is leading the race, didn't win it. I figured it up, and we've lost about $1,500. Not saying that we would have won Saturday night, but we would have had a pretty good shot. We've lost about $1,500 in winnings already this year out of 5 races. And 3 out of those 5 races, we were leading and something happened. Like 2 to go, I messed up going into 1. We had a caution with 2 laps to go about a month and a half ago at Flippin. I let the right rear tire seal up, and I also jumped the cushion going into 1. Second place car got by me, and we lost the race, finished second that night. Then we go over to Flippin, leading the feature, and air breather flies off. And things escalated from there, obviously. And at Springfield, leading the race, and something happens. Car won't run. So it's like, it's continuous. We haven't done much to the car other than pull some of the deck out and drain the fuel. We're gonna try some new fuel this Saturday night, or Friday night, excuse me. We got to the gauge cluster. We could not get, this is the oil gauge right here. We could not get to that oil pressure gauge, without taking out this piece right here and part of the deck. We also had to put a new fuel filter in, because like I said, I think we had some bad gas. So me and Aiden took the lines apart, took it off the fuel log, and I unplugged it back there and drained the fuel cell, pumped all the fuel out of the fuel cell, and we blew all the fuel out from the air gun, and it should be ready to go by now. Like I said, we ordered the new oil pressure gauge, a new starter button. That's another thing. Starter button went out. I kept on having to mash it really, really hard to try to get the car to crank over. So that's another thing we got to replace. Oil. We changed the oil, cut the filter out. After we took the filter off, we cut it. Everything looked fine. There was no shavings in the oil or anything. So that's basically about it. We're just changing a few little things, and hopefully it runs this Friday night. So we started third in the heat race, and car would not run at all. And we've been having some fuel issues since last time we were at the feature in the A main at Springfield last week. And we've adjusted the floats, made sure the fuel pump in the fuel tank was good, and we put the fuel filter in backwards. So hopefully we got everything changed. We've already had the whole right side of the race car off and flipped the fuel filter around, and the only thing we know to change is the pump. So like I said, we put the door back on, and I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a filter up there on the chassis, and we flipped it around. And the only thing else we have to do is change the fuel pump, but we don't think that's the issue. They roll off either 7th or 8th in the A main.